Hello, back here again. Another video. And new rankings. This is going to be late. It's Thursday. I haven't got a chance to record basically all week. So, here we go. 25 BYU, 24 TCU, 23 Illinois, 22 Notre Dame, 21 USC, 20 Missouri, 19 Michigan, 18 Vanderbilt, 17 Alabama, 16 Georgia Tech, 15 Tennessee, Iowa State number 14, 13 Ole Miss, 12 Texas Tech, 11 Indiana, 10 Texas, 9 Texas A&M, 8 Florida State, 7 Oklahoma, 6 Oregon, 5 Georgia, 4 LSU, 3 Penn State, 2 Miami, and then 1 Ohio State. The two new teams in the rankings are BYU and TCU. I'm going to start with BYU. They should be a solid team in there for a bit. Maybe not for long, but we'll see. TCU back in the rankings. First time since 2 years ago, basically. Is TCU a national championship contender? Absolutely not. Could they be a solid team? Yes. Yes, they can be. Number 23, we have Illinois after getting absolutely pummeled by Indiana, which I did not expect. I honestly thought Illinois would win the game, but shit hit the fan, I guess, and they got blown the fuck out. But 22 Notre Dame is still a travesty to this great sport. Even though Illinois got pummeled by Indiana, Notre Dame literally lost 2 games, all right? You can't reason with me why Illinois should be ranked below Notre Dame. And can't even give me a reason why Notre Dame should be in the rankings in the first place. Notre Dame propaganda, whatever you want to call it. They think that they're trying to be prestigious. They're trying to have some values at the big year 2025, and it just comes off lame as fuck. But 21 USC. USC. Honest to God, this might be Lincoln Riley's contract year, dude. Because if he doesn't do well, I think he's done. One of the most forgotten college football coaches over the last 2 years. Then we got 20 Missouri. They'll be there for a little bit. They'll have a loss though. 19 Michigan. It's Michigan. Unless they have some catastrophic loss or something, they'll stay there. 18, Vanderbilt. This is something to be interested in. After Alabama has Georgia, Alabama's going to face Vanderbilt at Alabama. That is going to be a game to watch next week, especially if Alabama somehow, some way gets a win. But we'll see. 16, Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech might be a playoff contender. I really think they could possibly win the ACC maybe, but we'll see. Of course, there's teams like Miami, Florida State in there. But they're a good outlier and a very entertaining team to watch, so we'll see. 15, Tennessee. Tennessee we'll see from them later in the season. 14, Iowa State. One of the top teams in Big 12. 13, Ole Miss. We'll see how long they can stay there. Or as long as Lane Kiffin can actually manage your team, but we'll see. Number 12, Texas Tech. They beat Utah. They beat Utah in a very, very low-scoring game, but managed to get the win. 11 Indiana after that, after blowing Illinois out of the water. Of course they were gonna get a high raise, and now they're at number 11. Number 10 we have Texas, in which after a valiant effort against Sam Houston State, where people were like, oh, look at Arch Manning, he's got swag now, when he's literally facing like future business investors and freaking stock managers or whatever. College football really is hilarious. But at number 9, Texas A&M, good on Good on the AP poll for once for having Texas A&M over Texas. Because unlike Texas A&M had a big road win against Notre Dame, in which they should have been above them, but Arch Manning still had them fooled. And then the whole thing happened. So yeah, number 8, Florida State. I mean, Florida State's just been on a roll. This was really their redemption arc for the last 2 years. And given the 12-team playoff, they'll finally get their chance. They'll finally get a chance to shine on. At number 7, we got Oklahoma. After a big win against Auburn. Maybe got a little help from the officials. But the football gods saw this and they were not going to let it slide and slapped John Mateer with an injury that's going to keep him out for a month. So we'll have to see if the Oklahoma team can stay stable without him. The Heisman picked bettors are in shambles, and this is Jeremiah Smith's Heisman to lose. Like, if Jeremiah Smith doesn't win the Heisman, like, this is just his Heisman to lose, basically. But at number 6, we have Oregon. I mean, Oregon-Penn State is going to be an all-time classic. I mean, can Dan Lanning and Oregon handle the pressure at Penn State? I don't think they will. But that'll be a fun game regardless. Number 5, Georgia. I mean, it's Georgia. They're one of the best teams in college football, even though they almost lost to Tennessee, but they're fine. But we'll see. Number 4, LSU. I am just waiting for LSU to just have a catastrophic loss and Brian Kelly to have a post-game temper tantrum after the game. Like, it could just happen at any game, basically. Any SEC game, but we'll see. Number 3, we got Penn State. Penn State, Oregon, going to be one for the ages. People are saying Drew Aller is a quarterback 1. That is the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. And Drew Aller is the most obvious Steelers pick. He's the most obvious Steelers pick. All right, the Steelers are going to go 9-8. All right, there's not going to be many top quarterbacks. And Drew Aller's going to fall right to them. And Drew Aller's a Browns fan, so you damn sure know that they're going to pick him. And he's at Penn State, so the scouts are really close to them. And they'll be in the favor. And then number 2, we got Miami. Miami's just been on a roll. The question is, when will Mario Cristobal actually fuck up clock management again and screw up the whole team? And that Miami-Florida State game, that is going to be a game. That will be game at number 1. The reigning, defending, national champions, Ohio State Buckeyes. The soon-to-be repeating national champions, I shall say. And I've really got nothing to say about Ohio State. Of course, we had a bye week, of course, and we're going to go at Washington in the first time since 2008, I believe, or 2007. One of those 2 years. But, yeah, man, that's pretty much it. I'm going to watch all these games more than likely. And, yeah, bye.